This is the guitar lesson for Country Honk by the Rolling Stones from GuitarMadeEZ.com. First thing you want to do is make sure that your guitar is in standard E tuning. The first part is the intro of the song, which goes like this. This song is basically the same ideas over and over again. You'll see all this stuff that I teach you in the intro, throughout the verse, in the solo, all that stuff. So how I play that, the very first thing I do is I want to make a G, and this G is not your normal G like that. It's going to be your ring finger on the E string on the 3rd fret, and then your pinky is going to be on the 3rd fret on the other E string. Everything else rings open. That's your G. So you pluck the E string on the 3rd fret and strum through it. Now we want to go into the little fills that they use for the chords. So the very first chord is a G, and instead of just strumming a G like that, what we do is this. We're only playing these two strings, the E string on the 3rd fret and the A string on the 2nd fret. The A string is played with our middle finger. Those are the only strings we're playing. We're going down, up, hitting both the strings, both the E and the A string, and watch what I'm doing with my middle finger. It's doing all the work. My pinky's doing a little bit of work too. Could you see what I was doing with my middle finger? What I was doing was, I was hitting both strings, mind you, but if I just played this A string, it should sound like this. Okay? All together. Now we're going to move this to the C chord. So we make a C chord, we take our pointer finger off, and look, we have pretty much the same thing, just moved over a string. So ring finger, 3rd fret A string, middle finger on the 2nd fret D string, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Back to the G. We only do about a half of the G for that time. And then we go to a D, we make a D, but we also take our thumb and put that on the 2nd fret on the E string. And we pluck the D string, down up on the D, then pluck on the E string on the 2nd fret, down up again. And now we're going to do this little thing that's a little bit complicated, but once you get it, you'll never forget it. So we make a G again, and this time for our G we're going to be doing our pinky on the 3rd fret E string, same as I just showed you. Ring finger on the 3rd fret E string right here, and then our middle fingers on the 2nd fret A string. Everything else rings open. So we're gonna go. You see what I was doing? So really slowly. So I take my pinky off and I go to my pointer finger on the 1st fret. So hear that? It makes a G7 chord. So pointer fingers on the 1st fret, take it off, up strum. Now down strum, but you put your pinky on the 3rd fret B string, up strum with them open. Then you take your pinky and you put that on the 3rd fret on the G string. Then up strum open. All together. Really not too bad, and remember that because we're going to use it over and over and over again in this song. Now the verse is just like the intro, there's just a couple more things I want to throw into it. As we play the verse, look familiar? Now we're going to go to an A7 chord. So we're going to pluck the A string open, we bar the 2nd fret on the D, G, B string, And then we take our ring finger and we put that on the 3rd fret on the E string. So that's the chord we should have right there. So we pluck the A string, and then pluck it again. So pluck, strum, down, up, pluck. And now I'm gonna go 3, 2, open on the D string. So middle finger, 3rd fret, pointer finger, 2nd fret, open. And now that takes us into our D chord. So we go. So I put my pinky on the 3rd fret E string and then I take it off. Hear the difference? And now we're going to do a walk up into that G chord again. So open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the E string. Back into our... D. Our little G fill. And that brings us into the chorus. Now the chorus is probably the easiest part of this song. All it is G to D, and that's basically it with the little fill attached at the end of it. So it goes like this. Played that was when I made the G in the chorus, all I did was I had the 3rd fret on both E strings played once again with my ring finger and my pinky. So I go pluck, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then I go to the D and I go pluck, down, up, and then I pluck the 2nd fret on the E string back to G. This time I do the fill though. Doesn't really matter if your middle finger's on that 2nd fret A string or not for that part. So the only other part that's a little bit different is the solo of the song. I think the fiddle actually plays the lead instead of any guitar. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. There might even be a harmonica in there. It sounds pretty cool. And it sounds really cool when you play the solo part on your guitar. Now I'm going to walk through it with you and show you how the solo goes down when it comes to the guitar. Now the solo is set up just like the verse. So there's a lot of similarities. It follows the same chord progression, but there's a couple cool little bluesy fills that he throws in. Watch very closely. Here's how it goes. Now, right here, the second part, this is where it changes up a little bit, so watch very closely. Into the chorus. So where it changes for that second half of the solo, what we do is we do a walk up into that G chord. So open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and now we do our little fill, our G fill. Then we go to our C and we go. So the same as before, where we take that middle finger off the strings, then put it back on. But now we're actually going to be playing like a C7. We're taking our pinky and we're putting that on and off the strings on the 3rd fret on the G string. So it goes. Hear that? You can hear it in the original recording as well. Now we go to our G and we go right into the fill. Then for the D we go to G. So pluck the D string, take your middle finger off, Put it back on. And now G. Watch very closely. And then it goes into the chorus. This song's a great song to mess around with. It's so much fun to sing along with. If you have buddies that play the harmonica or lead, it's a blast to jam over. Or if you got a buddy that plays the fiddle, that's cool too. Keep on sending me requests, guys. I really appreciate the requests, and keep rocking. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. Make sure to subscribe and also spread the word about Guitar Made Easy via social media. Sign up for my free email list now and I'll send you my top secret guitar tips absolutely free. These tips will motivate you, keep you interested in guitar playing, and will help you become a better guitarist overall. But wait, if you sign up right now, I'll throw in all this stuff and it's all for free. All you have to do is go to signup.GuitarMadeEZ.com and sign up to kickstart your guitar playing. And last, if you like my videos, you'll love the way I can teach you guitar. Please go to teachmeguitar.GuitarMadeEZ.com, where learning the guitar has never been easier. Thanks for watching, everyone, and keep rocking.